Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Right, so I just wanted to take a closer look at the Red Lightning Blues riff again. Just look at some of the left and right hand things which maybe I went through a little quick on the first video. So yeah, I mean, just to bear in mind, so, we come down with this kind of slide. But, the riff itself, we've got, I think it's just a 2-bar riff. Yeah, I mean, it just repeats the riff every 2 bars. So that's the thing. On every downbeat, we've just got this low G on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, the low E. Like I say, even with some sort of distortion, but there's still a kind of a little bit of a pop to that. There's also a little bit of delay on that, but and the sort of melody notes will either be on the beat with the bass notes or on the offbeat, on the and of various beats. So I'm just going to play this with my thumb and my middle finger. And the way I play this, and the way you'll notice sometimes Brian when he plays, and he kind of does. It's kind of almost a mix between sometimes finger picking or the thumb, finger picking, thumb picking, and a kind of rhythmical strums. Now I kind of do that, I guess, almost now by accident, just through learning a lot of this stuff. But at the same time, it kind of helps, with the hand bouncing a little bit, to sometimes feel that independence between when you're doing like a kind of constant thing, but then with the melody notes. Something which is a bit more syncopated. I find towards the end of that phrase my hand bounces a little more, just to try and maintain. So now at the end of that phrase, the end of the riff, I play like the very last G note. Now my 3rd finger is still fretting that F on the D string, the 3rd fret of the 4th string, and that just pulls off. I don't use any right hand for that. So at that point, but there's a bass note just before that. Kind of strange to pull off without picking, but you get that kind of dragged off sound. So all of these, like I say, are on beats, or the melody notes on the beat or off the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So very last time. Just try and go through it really slow. It's kind of, the first part's not too bad. You want to try and get there, so you get the first little bit of syncopation, you get comfortable with that. Or even up to there. Just work these bits bit by bit, so you're comfortable with when you're playing everything on the beat. So that's really about it. With that, everything is picked apart from that, that thing with the third finger, like I was saying. And with my right hand, just middle finger and thumb. Sometimes in the second half of that phrase, after that kind of little bend, my hand feels itself starting to bounce a little bit more, just trying to, maybe it's even just a psychological thing, just to help kind of maintain, a kind of a straight, more like a consistent thing with the bass notes, but at the same time trying to, create a little, some kind of independence and, contrast with the melody notes. And like I say, although I'm not picking, these are being popped a little more. I'm not really pulling them too hard. It's just a bit more of a snap. I guess there's even, a kind of a, I don't know how you say that, not exactly left-hand dampening, but you kind of put the pressure on and off as you play the note. Your finger is kind of constantly pushing, on and off. So again, trying to get a balance between those really kind of poppy notes and just making them sustain a little more. Work on that, just spend a bit of time even with your thumb, just or maybe with your middle finger, just playing this, that, the open strings with the bass note there, and just I'm not really, not really picking hard, but just using the kind of natural power of the thumb. But obviously, to get it to feel really comfortable, you've just got to play that over and over and over, thousands of times. So even though just that, like in the verse, it just passes through the, rather than a G bass note, we then just swap to a C, down to a B flat. I guess for the C note, I can just keep the same kind of fingering. The space is a little bit smaller here, so it can be a little trickier. As I pull off, again, move to the bass note, the B flat. Use my first finger here. Now, I guess I have to use my little finger. On the pull off. So there's a lot of good stuff to be had with that riff. It's just even getting a sort of a version you're quite comfortable with. Even at a slower tempo, will start to help you with a lot of finger picking stuff, which I'm going to start looking at in a lot of detail now. So right, we'll take care, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.